Alright, guys, so I am just about to start a new Vintage Story playthrough, and I'm going to take y'all along for the ride. So, let's give it a name. The previous one I did, I wasn't able to find any land worth anything on the first day, so I'm going to do a bit of customization. I previously went for about 70% land cover. I'm going for 80% this time for hopes I can find some trees. And I think that is the only real thing that I change here. So let's get to it. Alright, and we are in. So, first couple things you want to look for are chunks of flint and sticks. Ooh, found some copper right off the bat. It's always nice to find surface copper when you're starting a new playthrough. Alright, got quite a nice number of flint, so I will go see what I can find as more sticks so I can start making some tools and get this playthrough underway. Alright, starting to get some stickers up here. Alright, 969 flint, that should be good for now. And I'm playing Hunter, so it's also going to be fun to make a bow and see what kind of animals we can catch. And make an axe. This is one thing that I really like about Vintage Story is the napping system for tools. Walnuts are one of my favorite kinds of trees, so it's nice that I found a few right off rip. Oops. Let's see here. Not gonna mess with Liberty Caps because I don't want you guys to have to sit through that. This is actually a pretty nice spawn area. Would have preferred some more limestone, but can't always get everything. Let's see where a good place to set up a first night base would be. Gather some grains. Yeah, I better mark that clay. As soon as I don't, I'm never gonna find it again. Ooh, some mushrooms. I know these ones are not hallucinogenic, so pick these guys up. Maybe I can make some porridge with mushrooms. Or mushroom stew with roasted rye, so we'll see. Leave that for the next person. Not a huge fan of traversing through gravel deserts in the first couple days, but it happens. So let's see if we can find some more cattail. Alright, I'm back. Just had to go check on something. More rye, the better. So let's see here. I need cattails. Wow, a lot of rye in this world. I will gladly take some vines. Because I need those to make my first bow. Quite a bit of walnut too, which is really nice because I like that wood a lot. Some quartz. Getting a lot of chunks of flint, which is good because we need that to make tools. Not gonna collect those puffballs because I have quite a few field mushrooms and my inventory's getting clogged as it is. Guess I should eat, so I'll head back. If I can find those mushrooms again. There we go. There's a bit more cattail. Don't know what it's gonna be. Well, should be enough to make at least one basket. And that just made a huge impact on my inventory size. There's some spell. I'm gonna leave it alone for now, but I'm gonna mark this area because there's a lot of food here. And there's a bunch of cattail. Oh yeah. I'll collect some more just because it would be nice to make a back or a chest. 3 chests. Fennel, which I might as well collect because I'm going to try and do some fishing in this series. Some heat, but that's pretty common stuff, so I'm not going to mark that. I'm sure that's going to come back to haunt me, but not going to worry too much about the cattail here because it's kind of mixed in with a bunch of other stuff. But I'll collect some of it. Get some extras for some healing items. And I think I'm going to head back towards spawn a little bit because that's where the majority of the trees are. Oh, I better mark that way. Flax is always great in the early game, and even late game, so collect as much of it as I can. Really need to get some more sticks. But that can wait for now. just really grabbing any seeds that I can find that are somewhat grown. So that way, I can set up a bit of a farm wherever I'm building. Which, honestly, this place doesn't look too bad. Nice little semi-flat area. Yeah, I think I'll set up a starter house here. So, nice walnut tree. I will make a reed chest, so that way I can put down some of the stuff that I'm not going to use, like these seeds, and that fennel, because I'm not going to be using fennel for a while. I'm going to do some fishing for a bit. And I'll make another axe so I can... That's a shovel. It's okay. I have a lot of flint, so I can make a couple of mistakes like that. And I went back and checked. I do have better ruins installed, so... hopefully we'll find some decent ruins to go explore. If you guys didn't know, you can hit escape while you're holding down the mouse button, and when you let go of escape, when you hit escape again, you'll be chopping for until you hit the button again. So, I just got a whole bunch, and I mean a whole bunch of logs. But no seeds. That's a bummer. Oh well, there are more walnut trees in the world, so just gotta go find them. And I guess no time like the present to start building a base. So I'll make axe, and with that axe I will make some logs. It'll look nice. And gotta remember how this is done. Ah, okay. So, go like that. Make some corner logs. And I can use that shovel right now, so let's grab that, do this. Is that another one on the tree? Nice. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me, just let me know in the comments, because I'm by no means an expert in this game, so while I do know a few things, I would love to learn more. I know I'm wasting this grass, but I'm not super worried about it. And I'm full on stuff, so let me go back and... Where's my chest? There it is. Put some of the stuff that I'm not going to be using for a while in there. And I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'll eat some of this red currant. Dark, so I should make a little bit of a roof over my head here soon. Which, I'll start on that now. Okay, that's not how I wanted that to place. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not how I wanted that to place. I'll learn it one of these days. There we go, that looks better. Make a bit of a window out the back here so I can hopefully see some monsters if they come. And I have a bunch of dirt, so what I'm going to do is... Did they remove the recipe for it? No. Oh. Should have known. I'll turn it into rammed earth. Let's get some variations in there too. I'm not the greatest builder, so... That should do for now. And I will dig up this flooring, or this dirt, I guess. Put in some rammed earth, so it's At least a little bit nicer. Grab some grass. Fires don't spread in this game from campfires, so we're good there. And I will make a bit of firewood. Make a nice little stack of it out here. Also make a fire starter. It's not quite as in-depth in this game as it is in Green Hell, but it's still somewhat realistic. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit of light here. I will also grab this chest. That's a nice little mod I have installed called Carryon. I don't remember who the mod author is, but I'll do my best to leave his info in the comments, because it is a great mod. Quite enough, so I'll make a new knife. What I'm going for right now is I'm trying to make a hay bed. So if I do get damaged or want to sleep through the night, which is recommended by me in this game because you waste a lot of food that way. I can do so. I will put the bed over here. And it's getting late, but I think I'm still going to... I'll make some tools. That's a good idea. Make 2 shovels. And I think I'm gonna make tools throughout the night, maybe do a bit of reed cutting, and I will be back to talk to you guys after that. And we're back. So, gonna head out in search of clay right now. Clay is the kind of next step in progression for this game. So, grab any flax I see along the way, because that stuff is very handy. Same with flint. Did I mark down any clay nearby? That's a bit of a trek. What's going on up there? That's interesting. Oh, I think it's just... No. Catmint? I think it's catmint. And don't want to jump into any pits today. I guess I'll start heading towards that clay over here, but I'd like to try and find some more closer by. Okay, it's down kind of southish from me. So if I want, I can make more shovels. But it should be getting real close here. Turnips are a good food source. Especially early game. Sorry if that was really loud for you guys. That was kind of loud for me. Okay, it's down this way. That is a wolf. I do not want to mess with a wolf right now. That's copper. Yeah, jumping this butt wolf. Gonna give him a nice wide berth. I should be seeing that. That's peat. I need peat for firing clay, but before I can do that, I need the clay. Okay, so this direction. If this shovel will let me, I'm gonna get about 50 clay. That should last me a bit. Yep, here's the clay, and let's start digging. Plenty of dirt already on the shovel. And please forgive me if I'm not talking enough. I'm getting used to talking to the audience part of YouTube. So, hopefully it's not too boring for you guys to just watch and maybe have a song in the background or something. Get rid of that stone. Don't need more stone. And I'll just break my shovel on this peat, because peat's used for a lot of stuff in this game. Mostly for pit kilns and firing clay, but there's a few other uses. And now I will head back to the house. If I can remember where the button is. And if I can see the house on the map. Perfect square, so I should be able to find it relatively easily. I think that's it. I really shouldn't have a waypoint there. So, should be right around here somewhere. I think that's it. So I will start heading that direction. And when I get there, I will show you guys napping, or not napping. I will show you guys how to clay form. Something you can do at night, so I'm probably going to do some other base-related things during the day. I might even hunt some animals, because I do need some food pretty desperately. Bunch of goats, so I can hunt them, get some food. I'll just munch on this black screen until then. Is there anything here? Yep, just some broken down structure. Getting back into rainy territory. Looks like my fire went out, so that's something I'll have to deal with eventually. But for now, just eat a bunch of berries. And I will have the pit kilns be over here. Here, flower patch. go in and grab the last shovel I made last night. So, pit kilns are little 1x1 holes in the ground. Like that. And I think I'm gonna make another spear so I can go do some hunting. I know it's riveting watching a guy click voxels on a screen all day, but I'll make one last spear, then I'll go see if I can kill a goat or two. Well, I guess if I'm going to do that, I really should get at least a cooking pot going. So, I guess I'll show you guys the clay forming now. So it's a lot like napping. Except you can kind of do bigger areas, and you're also placing stuff. And again, I'm no master of this game, so I make tons of mistakes while clay forming and napping. And the reason some people don't make multiple cooking pots, but in the later game you need more than one, so I'm just making 4 now, so I don't have to worry about it later in the game. I might do it anyways later on, but just for right now, I'm only gonna make 4, because, and something fun you can do now, you can just duplicate layer, and that'll just make the layers for you. If you have done a similar layer on the level before. Just gotta be careful to know when to stop. So you can do tops, or whatever you're working with. And there we go. 4 cooking pots. Now we'll head over to one of these pit kilns here. Need some grass, so grab that. Need a couple more sticks. And now we'll use peat. And I'll go grab the fire starter we used earlier to make the campfire. And heat this up. You know what? I should do this before proceeding. Because these things can spread fire, unlike the campfires. So, I'm going to surround it with rammed earth. And I'll make a little wall here to kind of stop some of the rain, so hopefully we can get this thing lit before I start starving. Oh, smoke is a good sign. Fire! There we go. And now, let's go see if we can catch some goats. Or really anything. Ooh, very nice. High fertility soil is very good for farming. So, I will mark that on my map for sure. There's a bunch of peat really close to my house as well, so I'm not going to bother marking that, but... Okay, there's a boar. And I think I just saw a bear, so I am going to try to chase this boar down. I don't think that's a huge boar, I think it's just a normal boar. That was a hell of a lucky shot. Please don't go towards the bear, Mr. Boar. Boars give a lot of all resources, so if I can track him down and finish him off. Oh, that must have hit. Come on. Okay, he was one hit from death. From melee from me, so he was close. So, a bunch of red meat. Always collect the bones, because those are useful later. And I think... yeah, I better try to catch something else. I don't want to go for chickens, because they give a different type of meat. Gotta keep an eye and ear out for that bear. Is that more Heifert? No. Okay, running away. I need to eat this so I don't die. Flex twine can be used for a lot of different recipes. I'm gonna go gather some materials for healing because I am not doing hot. So, I'm going to go hunt down some horsetail. Because in the early game, horsetail is what you use in combination with reeds to heal. You can also heal via sleeping in bed, but that takes a lot of satiety. And I am not food rich right now. I will open up this chicken because I do need feathers. I honestly think a rooster could kill me right now, so I'm not going to melee those chickens to death. Nice hit. Harvest up this rue. And let's see if I can get another chicken. Nope, missed. That is okay. I'll just throw a spear at it in the water. And absolutely whiff. Alright, time to go home. I have food cooking at home, so I can eat that, and that should help me heal a little bit faster. Ooh, here's a bunch of spelt. Spelt is good for pretty much everything. Wow, rainfall is insanely common here. Gotta get home and get that out of my inventory because holding something in your offhand increases the amount of food you use. Okay, that's very good. Place a stick on the ground. Is that gonna cook? I think it will. Color me surprised. I gotta get the timers mod installed. Alright, now I can put away a bunch of seeds. I'll turn these flax fibers into flax twine. And I will make an upgraded backpack because I'm really happy about that. And I'll turn this into reeds. Alright. So, flax grain I usually save for when I get animals. So I can feed them flax rather than other stuff. So, right now, I know I'm kind of treating this like a permadeath when it's not, but if possible, I don't like to die in video games. So, let's see here. I can make a bow now. Let's make a bow. I need some sticks. I have one, but... Hey. Can we plant a tree? I'm just getting extremely lucky, I guess. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do I have that backwards? I might. Yep. Okay. And I have my first bow. Alright. I'm a little bit more confident now, so I think I'm going to go out and hunt some more. I better go back and deposit some of this material. Alright. And yes, I know if I weren't running, I'd be saving more food, but sometimes you gotta live a little, you know? And I don't like walking everywhere. I don't see anything too dangerous, so... Is that a trader? I think I see a trader. Wonder what kind of trader this guy is. Furniture trader. Yosko. He's got some decent stuff available to trade. And by that I mean he can accept some good stuff. The stuff he's selling is alright. However, by that point in the game, I'm probably gonna have a saw and can do most of that stuff myself. And I think it's best for me to head back home now, because it is night. After I harvest these mushrooms. I'm being a bit risky here, but... what's life without a bit of risk? Sorry you guys can't see anything, but... I'm just exploring a bit. So, might as well head back home. And hopefully, sometime tomorrow, our cooking pots should be done, and we can have a decent meal. I'm gonna put up a couple torches so we can all see better. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for my first episode. If you want to see more Vintage Story, let me know. Otherwise, this has been Pepper, and I will see y'all later.